Grand evening, everyone. It is Monday, March 30th, 2026. It is 0 hours and 22 minutes in the evening, Central Daylight Time here in Texas, in the United States. And we've had very concerning developments recently. This is initially a live stream recording that is posted to my YouTube channel in the live section. Please like, comment, and share to those you know who may need it and are interested in geopolitics, World War III that is happening now, and news of this nature that I often share and talk about quite a few different things. I'm covering this World War III that we are all in, that this world is experiencing. I'm covering it entirely as it goes on. SHTF gets closer by the day, especially due to the title of this video. There was an E-3 Sentry that was destroyed. That's a very special U.S. plane, one of 16, and North Korea has tested a new solid fuel rocket that can easily reach the United States. So we will start with the news right around, let me see here. This is a good point to start at. This is later than usual for a Sunday. Now it is Monday. I don't know if I said the correct day. It is Monday, March 30th. So I meant to do this earlier while it was still Sunday, though I was experimenting with the software I use for these live streams. I was trying to figure out how to get a virtual background in place so that I could have the camera on my device that I use for these and have a virtual background, though it was very complex, though I learned more about the software during that time, much more. So let's get right into the news here. This is from RT News. So we have this here. So B-52 bunker busters. Actually, I think they meant to say B2. They had it a little confused there. The bunker busters, they can't penetrate Iran. The Iranian 1,444 foot deep missile subway system. There's a granite dead zone higher than the Empire State Building in that in a mountain there. Iran is very mountainous like that. So the bunker busters, they could go into that mountain and they could get quite far, though at some point it hits a dead zone, which is impossible to cross with conventional weapons. So it could go very far down there, though it will have no effect once it reaches that dead zone, the bunker buster. So that's why it is more likely that the U.S. uses nuclear capable bunker busters to get through that dead zone. The only way to get through that dead zone is using likely even more specialized bunker busters with nuclear warheads on it. Uh, or using nuclear warheads on hypersonic missiles, something like that. So they could use some kind of bunker buster that has nuclear, like a nuclear capable bunker buster, in order to destroy the Iranian deep missile subway system. They may have more than one of those. Uh, I don't think they just have one uh, deep missile subway system, or they do, and it's all throughout these mountains. More than one spot like that. Could be hundreds or many overall. So nuclear capable bunker busters may be used soon in this war to destroy Iran's deep missile subway system. And that is how things could go nuclear very quickly in that way. Then within the last day or so, streets across Egypt went dark. This is from BRICS News. Streets across Egypt go dark after government orders shops to close early to save power due to the war in Iran. It's not just the war in Iran. I have to always correct that. So many people think it's just, oh, the war in Iran, the war with Iran. It is World War III, not just the war in Iran or the Iran war as the mainstream media and a lot of articles call it. It is total World War III. Over 30 countries are involved in this war. So that's very interesting there, nonetheless. Egypt has gone dark. They're having some kind of rolling blackouts, it looks like, to conserve their power grid in Egypt. One of the best places in the world, in my opinion. Egypt, potentially the only place I could think of better better than here in Texas is Egypt. What a ancient, wonderful, close to perfect place, if not perfect, Egypt is. And then we have, I was just pointing it out, I literally put it up as a post that the ground invasion of Iran will last until one side wins. There's not going to just be some kind of deal or ceasefire or peace that comes out of nowhere. Neither side, not the East nor the West, wants to do any diplomacy at this time. I was listening to the Iranian foreign minister earlier on another live stream, and he said it to those who were asking the questions at least a few times that no, there's not going to be any diplomacy. They tried to do that before the war began, when they were having the nuclear talks, when Steve Witkoff and those others were over there. That's what he was referring to. And there is no diplomacy that will be happening anytime soon. The only type of diplomacy may be some kind of agreements between the warring parties, though it's not going to be a peace deal. Ceasefires are possible, though there is none uh, happening anytime soon. That is not even reported about a ceasefire. President Trump keeps saying, oh, Iran wants to make a deal. There may be a deal soon. I think he even lied earlier as well, saying that Iran is gifting ships full of oil to the U.S., um, quite a few of them. I have not seen that anywhere. I think he was lying outright about that. I don't support either side in politics. It's two wings of the same bird. I don't support the left or the right. I am going to criticize whatever president or government official, whoever it is. If they're lying, they are lying. Government officials recently have often been lying and putting out a lot of propaganda and saying all different things to reduce panic and preparedness, really. Though mainly panic, it has to do with government continuity when it comes to them. Then we have this here from RT as well. Over 50,000 troops are now in the Middle East. That's about 10,000 more than usual. So we have thousands of U.S. Marines in the Middle East right now. We have thousands of 82nd Airborne, and we have many Special Forces operators in the Middle East right now. The war is intensifying. It is getting far more intense by the day now. Then we have this very truthful statement for once. It's one of the most accurate things I've seen from Polymarket reporting. So Polymarket was reporting that U.S. officials and Wall Street analysts are now reportedly preparing for the possibility of $200 oil. That's $200 per barrel for oil, which the gas prices will be about $5 or $6 a gallon, potentially slightly above that, when $200 per barrel for oil happens, when $200 oil, as it says there, happens. So that is confirmed by U.S. officials in Wall Street. They are preparing for that high possibility. They're saying it's a possibility. It's more of an eventuality. They are preparing for the eventuality of $200 oil. Then, in other news, as the title here says, we had an E-3 Sentry AWACS plane, which AWACS stands for Airborne Warning and Control System, which it is a modified Boeing 707 aircraft. A Boeing 707 aircraft used for all-weather surveillance, command and control, and communications. It features a distinctive rotating radar dome and is primarily operated by the United States Air Force and NATO. So, this thing is highly advanced. I believe there's only 16 of them that the US and NATO have. I think it's primarily the United States Air Force. I think it may be just the United States Air Force that has these. So about the radar system, it's a distinctive rotating radar dome, which allows it to detect and track aircraft and maritime vessels over large distances. Its operational range, so the radar can surveil airspace over a radius of more than 250 miles, providing critical situational awareness. And its crew composition is, so the aircraft typically has a flight crew of 4 and a mission crew of 13 to 19 specialists. So there are not many of these. Uh, I think there may be only 16 left. The number built, I think, is 68. Let's see, how many are there now? Yep, the U.S. Air Force currently has 16 E-3 Sentry AWACS aircraft remaining in its inventory. I don't believe it's still operational. Let's see. Stand by. Yes, it was destroyed in an Iranian attack on March 27th recently. So that was on Friday. Sometime Friday, one of those, one of the 16, there are now 15 E-3 Sentry AWACS aircraft. One of them was destroyed on Friday. I think each one is about $500 million. Let me see here. You cannot simply just build planes like that very quickly. They are highly advanced. They are some of the most advanced aircraft in the world. Um, they are about $300 million, potentially more. Um, yeah, it's 220 million and up. So it is a very expensive, one of the most advanced aircraft in the world, and there are only 15 of them left now. In other news, North Korea, they tested a new highly advanced solid fuel rocket that is capable of reaching the US very recently. They've done this. Let's see. Yep, it is a high thrust solid fuel rocket engine that they tested. So they'll put that rocket engine on their rockets and they can easily have capability to launch very fast nuclear strikes directly against the US mainland. That is why it is immensely concerning between the E3, that E3 AWACS being destroyed, and this new, highly advanced, high thrust solid fuel rocket engine that North Korea was just testing within the last day or so. very recently. I'm also very concerned about the price of fuel overall. That will send it skyrocketing all throughout the world. Other parts of the world will be affected before the US, especially islands uh, and like island continents like Australia and the UK. It's going to have a very large effect, especially on them. The price of oil going to $200, and it will go even beyond that. They are saying $200 now. I predicted that it will go to $500 per $500 oil by the end of this year. We are on track for that. Even $200 oil, uh, that could do what I said there in this post here on my X profile. So when that happens, that likely causes supply chain and economic collapse, resulting in SHTF and anarchy for a long time. So prepare for all of these possibilities, especially the nuclear war possibility, as it is very likely at this time. Stock up on all your preps and all physical assets, even fuel such as diesel. Diesel can be stored very well. Diesel can be used more than just for driving. It is a great fire and heat source and light source. Diesel is a very useful thing to stock up on, especially if you or people in your family have diesel vehicles. That is incredibly useful to stock up on before the price of oil goes to $200 and above. So that will continue to rise. This war is further intensifying. Prepare for potential nuclear war. Prepare for the price of oil to go to unseen levels and unsurvivable levels for the economy and a lot of people. Eventually, the price of oil will rise to a point at this current rate where SHTF will follow immediately after, especially as shortages develop. Keep on preparing. Prepare immediately. There is no waiting any longer. Prepare physically, mentally, and spiritually. I will be back soon with further news and personal analysis on World War III and all of these events that are happening. Once again, please like, comment, subscribe, and share this with those you know who may need it and who are truly interested. Thank you all for watching, and we have reached 10 subscribers on my YouTube channel recently. I do get more viewers, though we have reached 10 subscribers recently. That is an achievement that took some time. And my following here on X is also growing steadily. Once again, thanks for watching. Keep preparing. Prepare as soon as you all can. Love, light, and blessings to you all.